This little bird wants to carry you across. Accept the bird's offer? No. Maybe later. Wait, why can't I read the sign? There we go. North, Bluke Acres, East, Hotland, question mark, Temmie Village? Okay, well let's go up here first. Say that again. Okay, yeah. Oh, hey, you followed me into my house. Make yourself at home? Oh, are you hungry? I can get you something to eat. This is a ghost sandwich. Do you want to try it? Yes. You attempt to bite into the ghost sandwich. You phase right through it. Oh, never mind. After a great meal, I like to lie on the ground and feel like garbage. It's a family tradition. Do you want to join me? Sure. Okay, follow my lead. Here we go. You'll lie down as long as you don't move. So, only move around when you want to get up, I guess. Well, that was nice. Thank you. I'm gonna keep working on that mix CD. Interesting. Look inside the fridge? Yes. It's empty. Oh, that's my TV. There's a show I like to watch on it sometimes. Well, let's watch it. The computer's internet browser is open to a music sharing forum. It's a spider web. There's a flyer for a bake sale on it. Nice. The CD is labeled Gula Day Music. Play it? Sure. Interesting. This CD is labeled Spook Wave. Play it? Yes. Dang, that ambiance. It's like my whole body is being spooked. Wait, what does he say when I play the other CD? Actually, the music is kind of interesting. See, the music is the best part about this game. I actually don't think... well, I'll save it because, you know, I'm having a good time, but it's a little... kind of a little much. Oh, this one, once you learn the lyrics, it's hard not to sing along. Ooh, 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 ooh. I see. Yeah, alright, last one. This CD is labeled Spook Tunes. Play it? Sure. Oh, a classic spook tune. They don't make songs like this anymore. It's locked. Chat Degness, well, that was interesting. Yeah, it was indeed. It's a snail. For some reason, you can't help but wonder what it tastes like. Snail, snail, a long journey extends in front of you. Snail, snail, reach far and stretch beyond the horizons. Snail, snail, so snail the sambiol. No idea what the hell that means. I've been long overdue for a second house. This snail is counting dollar bills. Why are there dollars in this thing? Awkward. I'm working right now. I mean, welcome to Bluke Family Snail Farm. Yeah, I'm the only employee. This place used to get a lot of business. But our main customer disappeared one day. Now it's just some hairy guy that shows up once a month. Do you want to play a game? It's called Thunder Snail. The snails will race, and if the yellow snail wins, you win. It's 10G to play. Ooh, feels like gambling. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, press Z repeatedly to encourage your snail. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's go. Damn, I'm losing. Damn. Oh, looks like you encouraged your snail too much. All that pressure to succeed really got to her. Oh. Oh, is there a rhythm to that? Alright, let's try again. I think there's a... It seems like there's a rhythm to it, which it kind of felt like that, so let's try it. Okay, that didn't work. So maybe then don't encourage her? Alright, let's give it one more shot. Oh, yeah, it does slow her down. Yeah, there's no way for me to win. You both tried your best, but the snail looks discouraged. Her best wasn't good enough. Oh. Yeah, it seems as if... it's weird. Seems like I can't get a break. Alright, let's save. See how much longer we're gonna go on this. Okay, well, yeah, I've got everything I need, so... Whoa there, I've got some neat junk for sale. Crab apple. He'll speed up in battle. Cloudy glasses. Invincible longer. These are both negative. Okay, but they give you like... But it gives you more invincibility. But you lose like attack. Well, don't be shy now. Can I sell you stuff? I'm trying to get rid of my junk, not get more of it. Though, I've heard if you want to sell stuff, the Temi village is your best bet. Where is it? I don't remember. Be careful out there, kid. I mean, I don't know, man. Is it in my best interest to get something that's, to get stuff that's gonna lower my defense and attack? Like, right? Let me see, this is gonna... Yeah, invincible longer, but it's -5 defense. and then this is 2 attack, -5 attack, but you're invincible longer. Man, I feel like that's like a no thanks. Chat, what do you think of the game so far? It's a fun game. It seems like it has like a nice flow to it. What I really enjoy about it is that it's kind of like, it's not like overtly challenging. I think it actually is more concerned with keeping the flow moving. So it seemed like they tried to make it so that this was really accessible to everyone. That being said, I'm very confused at the hype. But mainly because, for example, even someone I know very close actually has played it, and they said they felt quite the they were what do you call it? They actually got hit in the feels, like they felt something when Toriel died. But I mean, I laughed, you know. I didn't think when the heart was broken. I just kind of like laughed at it a little bit. I think that maybe I've played like a lot of more darker games, so it didn't quite hit me as hard. But overall, it's pretty good. Like the best thing about this game is the soundtrack. Like the soundtrack really makes this game, and I think most people would probably not rate it as high if the soundtrack weren't as good. That's just my opinion. It's it's kind of a weird title. Kind of got some funky themes, but overall, I mean, it's a fun play. I just don't quite get the hype of it yet. Like, am I glad I'm playing it? Absolutely. I actually can't wait to play the more adult type of game that's supposed to be just like this, called Omori. Hurt, beaten, and fearful for our lives, we surrender to the humans. 7 of their greatest magicians sealed us underground with a magic spell. Anything can enter through the seal, but only beings with powerful soul can leave. Hold on, let's see. Fearful for our lives, we surrender to the humans. 7 of their greatest magicians sealed us underground with this magic spell. Anything can enter through the seal, but only beings with powerful soul can leave. Yeah, so basically when I say that, what I mean by that is, I like the game, but the fourth wall humor is kind of exhausting. And obviously I'm narrating this for a stream, but even if I weren't, sometimes I used to like kind of say stuff out loud growing up, as opposed to like reading it out loud, as opposed to just being silent, depending on the situation. And it's like, it's almost too constant. So there's stuff I like. Some of it, there's a little bit of filler, and there doesn't seem to be too much depth, but they make up for the depth with the dialogue. So, like, I mean, not the dialogue, but with the humor. So I can kind of get that, but for me, I'm sort of waiting for that, like, time, but I haven't quite gotten that yet. So that's sort of my impressions right now. There's only one way to reverse this spell. If a huge power equivalent to 7 human souls attacks the barrier, it will be destroyed. Interesting. But this cursed place has no entrances or exits. There is no way a human could come here. We will remain trapped down here forever. And here I am, though. I am very, very shocked that this game is more popular than the game Alundra. It's actually disheartening to know that one of my favorite RPGs of all time, it has nowhere near the popularity of this game, yet it's by far superior to this game. Not saying, you know, not to take away anything from, especially when Temmie appears here to defeat you, and we can spare her right away. Let's feed her and see what happens. Feed Temmie flakes. Smells like Temmie flakes. We'll spare her. Yeah, it's... And because it's like encouraging you to not kill things, there kind of is a predetermined path, right? Like, choices matter, but they kind of don't, because you kind of know that you're probably not supposed to kill whatever you can spare. So I already know I'm getting like a different ending than what they probably intended me to get, because I'm killing things that I probably shouldn't be killing. You walk into Moldsmal. Let's kill this one. The fight system's unique. I thought it was a good way. I think it's a good way to like to make it more action adventure-y instead of just like pure turn-based. That being said, I get confused at the fact that you get less gold, but or experience for being good to the monsters. It's kind of like, so why am I playing the why am I being nice to the monsters if I'm not going to get any experience or gold? But maybe that's what they want, you know. So that's the thing. Obviously, not having played the whole thing, it's hard to say. But then again, who knows, man? There was a game I played before that I wasn't too keen on in the beginning, and then it turned out to be one of my favorite games. So you never know. Without candles or magic to guide them home, the monsters use crystals to navigate. I see. Oh, here we go. These two. Darkness. There gotta be something to it. It's popular for a reason. Who knows? Most of the most popular games are usually not the best ones. They're usually pretty bad or like mediocre at best. To be honest with you, some of the best games are games that are just not all that popular. For a variety of reasons. They're usually kind of difficult. They're a little more complex. They're not easy. They're not easy to play, and they're not easy to pick up and play either. So it takes more time, and some people don't invest that time in. So, you know, like I don't think Final Fantasy is all that great. Like I've never been all that impressed with one, although I did like 8. But none of them, I feel, are like even close to the top RPGs of all time, like ever. I have never once played a Final Fantasy and thought this is the best RPG of all time, or this beats any other RPG that I like. So that's me. Behind you. Oh, here we go again. It's popular for the soundtrack, man. The soundtrack's really good. Seven human souls. With the power of 7 human souls, our king, King Asgore, Dreamer, will become a god. With that power, Asgore can finally shatter the barrier. He will finally take the surface back from humanity and give them back the suffering and pain that we have endured. Understand, human? This is your only chance at redemption. Give up your soul, or I'll tear it from your body. Undyne, I'll help you fight. Yo! You did it! Undyne is right in front of you. You've got front row seats to her fight. Wait, who's she fighting? Hey, you aren't gonna tell my parents about this, are you? I if I repeated it as the last sentence he heard. How the hell we get out of here? Okay. You hear a passing conversation. If I say my wish, you promise you won't laugh at me? You hear a passing conversation. Of course I won't laugh. For what this game is, it's good. I just think that, there seems to be, but you know, to be fair, I talked to my brother about it. He said, play to the end before you pass judgment, and make sure you do, you know, the runs, because I know that there's multiple endings. And I said, yeah, no, I'm definitely going to do that. I just, like I said, when I compare this to the late 90s RPGs for the PlayStation 1, I ask myself, how is this more popular? Your passing conversation. Someday, I'd like to climb this mountain we're all buried under. Standing under the sky, looking at the world all around. That's my wish. You hear laughter. Hey, you said you wouldn't laugh at it. Oh, that was his wish? See again? I'd like to climb the mountain we're all buried under. Standing under the sky, looking at the world all around. It's not a bad wish. You hear passing conversation. Sorry, it's just funny. That's my wish, too. However, there is a prophecy. The angel, the one who has seen the surface, they will return and the underground will go empty. I do think the story is entertaining, though. So for that reason, I do like it. It's entertaining, it does keep me engaged, and I think that he knew, given the limitations in graphics, he was going to have to keep you engaged, and that's what he chose to do. The designer. Yo. Yo, I know it's not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here, but I want to ask you something. Man, I've never had to ask anyone this before. Yo, you're a human, right? Man, I knew it. Well, I know it now. I mean, Undyne told me, stay away from that human. So, like, I guess that makes us enemies or something. But I kind of stink at that. Haha. So, yo, say something mean so I can hate you. Please? No. Yo, what? So I have to do it? Here goes nothing. Yo, I hate your guts. Man, I'm such a turd. I'm gonna go home now. Yo, wait, help. I tripped. Yo, dude, if you want to hurt my friend, You're gonna have to get through me first. She's gone. Yo, you really saved my skin. Guess being enemies was just a nice thought. Haha. We'll just have to be friends instead. Man, I should really go home. I bet my parents are worried sick about me. Later, dude. Seven human souls, and King Asgore will become a god. 6. That's how many we have collected thus far. Understand? Through your 7th and final soul, this world will be transformed. First, however, as is customary for those who make it this far, I shall tell you the tragic tale of our people. It all started long ago. No, you know what? Screw it. Why should I tell you that story when you're about to die? Yeah. You're standing in the way of everybody's hopes and dreams. Alfie's history books made me think humans were compassionate. But you're just a remorseless criminal. You wander through the caverns, attacking anyone in your path. Self-defense? Please. You didn't kill them because you had to. You killed them because it was easy for you. Because it was fun for you. Do you think it was fun when I found out? Those two sweet dogs who always took care of each other were dead because of the whims of a single human? No. But your time's up, villain. You won't hurt anyone else. A knight in shining armor has appeared. And all the pain you inflicted on the fallen, every hope, every dream you've turned to dust, she's gonna send right back through her spear. Yeah, I'll show you how determined monsters truly are. Come on, step forward and let's end this. The wind is howling, you're filled with determination.